Hey, hi, back again. This is quite the day. So, another thing I wanted to talk about is sorry, I still got a bit of my cold, but it's not too bad. So, I was thinking about it, and I was talking to my husband about things changing in my life and things coming in. Now, there's going to be a lot of great things coming in. I can just feel it. And I know there's a lot of changes. I'm not the same person I used to be like even a year ago. I'm not even the same person. I'm still Trina, but I've changed myself dramatically, and no one realizes all the changes I went through and all the stress I've been through. Like it's so funny. I was watching this TV show, and this guy goes, or was it a TV show, or was it? Oh, it was stories about people that have killed people. And this one guy goes, "Well, I was going through a spiritual awakening. That's why I killed them." No, first of all, you make the people that go through a spiritual awakening, you give them a bad rap. That's not right. Spiritual awakening has nothing to do with be killing people. They're actually spiritual awakening is you're going through a lot of emotions. You're changing yourself inner and spiritually. You're becoming a better person. You're trying to be the best person you can be. You're becoming love. You're showing love and spreading love. You're changing your inner demons. You're getting in touch with your emotions. Like there's so many things that people don't realize that you go through spiritual awakenings. It's not scary. It's hard. It's hard emotionally. Like I remember the first time I started doing it, I was in the art room and I started changing what my thought process growing up. Now, my mom did raise me nice, but there was a lot of uneasiness and stuff like still because your mom's fears goes to your fears, right? And that's normal. But you're trying to erase everything that was negative, that was taught you, that maybe made you weak. And I remember going through headaches. I was so headache. I was so tired. I was so thirsty. And I remember looking up, why am I tired? Is this normal, right? And then I started figuring out that it's a spiritual awakening. And it all started going from there, right? I started working harder on myself. And I almost to the point where I was physically tiring myself out, like mentally. Like, I tell people about a spiritual awakening, they look at you like, oh yeah, that's just so hard. It's the hardest thing ever. To be honest with you, it's almost harder than labor. Even though labor is hard, I did it twice. I had big babies. I had 6 and 6.5 babies. I mean, they were big, right? No, they weren't 6.5. They were bigger. So was it 7.5? I don't know. They were big babies anyway. And, I found it harder than labor because your brain is just you're literally rewiring your brain. And I didn't do it with any help. I didn't have no guru or anybody. I did a lot of looking on the phone, and my daughter was somewhat spiritually going down that road too, which she helped me and both my kids. But people don't realize the struggle I went to, and I went through it by myself. It was just so hard, and especially being around negative people. Like at that time, there was a lot of negative people because at that time I was getting over drinking. Not that I was a big drinker, but I mean, on a Saturday, I would get like loaded, right? It was nothing for me to get totally hammered on a Saturday. And so I quit drinking. Not that I don't have a drink here and there, but I nowhere near, like once in a while I'll have maybe one or two, you know what I mean? But I've changed my life dramatically, right? And in that, I found clearing my brain out from alcohol, it opened up a whole other different part of me. And, but when I was drinking, I hung around with such negative people that everything, society took hold of them and made them so negative, which made me negative. So with all that negativity, after I left home, there wasn't a lot of negativity in my house, but it was a little bit, but not a lot, right? So it wouldn't have been too hard if I didn't hang out with negative people to change my mind, but rewiring my mind. But now hanging out with those type of negative people. And not that they weren't mean, like they weren't mean or anything, but they were very negative, which made it hard for me to rewire my brain. And sometimes I thought I was going crazy. And part of a spiritual awakening, you'll think, oh, am I going crazy? You're not. Remember, you're rewiring your brain, right? Okay, I'll be back for some more. Hold on a minute.